What's up, everybody? It's Fireman here. I'm about to give you guys another top speed tune. This is going to be on the 180SX. I'm pretty sure I've done a top speed tune for this, but I don't think I've done a top speed NOS tune to my knowledge. If I have, then this is like an update to it for sure. But I can't remember if I did, but just to be safe, doing it anyway. This is going to be for the engine swap version of it. It's a 315 NOS tune. The I'll give you guys the details on what I did with the car. As you can see, I did add a lot of the front bumper, rear bumper, stuff like that. But I'll let guys know what I did to it when I go out to the track. But going straight to the tune for the suspension, like usual, you want the right height all the way down, front and rear. Any the roll bars I have at 6 and 7, probably because I've been having problems with the primarily the turns, should I say? For some reason, it will not. Well, it would not handle too good in the turns for some reason, and I never understood that. I did my best with the other version I have for it. This is a slightly different version, of course, because different car course. Um, but going to the compression, you want 26 front and rear. Expansion, you want 36 front and rear. Natural frequency, you want it all the way down front and rear. I don't have any camber whatsoever on this just because it doesn't seem it needs the camber now with how I have it set up. So if you guys are having any issues, just add a little bit of camber. I want to go above 1.5 on front and rear for camber wise if you guys are having any issues. And for the toe, I have it toe in 0.11 on the front and toe out 0.11 on the rear. Uh, Going over to the transmission. The transmission is a little bit different. The transmission is it'll look like it's stretched, but it's actually not really stretched at all. So once you have a brand new bought, brandly used, I guess I don't know however you want to say it, but for the transmission, once you have the fully customizable racing transmission or even the manual, doesn't matter which one, you want to take your top speed from stock all the way up to 480, and then from there, I'm pretty confident because it's been a little while since I've tuned this, but I'm pretty confident the final is not what you guys are seeing right now for what you have stock wise. So you want to take your final from wherever it is stock to 3.589, and then all you have to do is take your fourth gear, bring it to either 0.495, or if you guys are matching that number with the rightmost number, the max speed for that gear isn't matching, match that one. Don't bother with the left if you cannot match the right. And then for fifth gear, I made it to 611 just to make sure I had enough gearing for draft if I ever needed to draft. Um, but first through third, I do not remember touching whatsoever. If I did, then you guys can match all 5 gears I have here. But most likely, I just mess with fourth and fifth. As I said before, though, I did not or I do not remember if I messed with all the gears because I have been messing with this amount of gears for recent cars I've done, and this is one of the most recent ones. Um, yeah, if you guys get that down to whatever you guys are gonna do, I'm gonna head out to the track real quick. Just gonna do readjustments on this for some reason. Don't know why I did not have the anti-lag on strong and the NOS on 50% output. But with that, I'm gonna head out to the track and show you guys how fast it goes, show you guys how fast it goes, stuff like that. So for this one, for this tune, on this, I guess say version of it, it will tend to try to spin tires for some reason. I do not know why, but with this one, primarily speaking for for everything that you can put on it. I should have, if I don't, all you need is a wide body, the rear diffuser if you guys want it. It does not look like I have a rear diffuser, but I do remember having it on, but I may have taken it off to see if it did mess with it. I don't think it does. Honestly, I can't remember. But if it doesn't, then you guys probably won't really need it. But if you guys want it, you guys can have it. It doesn't seem to affect the car that much at all. But I also do have the front bumper on and all that stuff. It is a wide body though. The wide body does seem to help out a decent amount. So if you guys want to match everything that I have, turn this into a wide body and then put on everything else on it. As I said before, I do remember having a rear diffuser on it before. I do remember taking it off though, just to see if it was one of those, hey, you know, this is another 2014 C7 deal where take the rear diffuser off and it makes it go faster. I know the rear diffuser does make the cars a lot faster, but if you take it off, typically it normally makes it slower, but this doesn't seem it doesn't seem to hinder this whatsoever. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even seem to do anything in my mind, which is, I think it's the first, honestly. And one of the first cars I've ever done that can have a rear diffuser, but doesn't have it because it doesn't really affect it a whole lot. If I don't seem to match the 315, it's most likely because of the last update they messed with it, but there it is. It does take a little while to get 315, but it does make it there. As I said before, earlier, the earlier version I had of this, which I think went like 312 or something like that, had problems with the turn. I do remember that instinctively. So, this one will give you guys more stability. If you guys have that tune, I would highly recommend to bring in use this tune, because this tune will actually give you more stability in the turns, and instead of having to be up on top the whole time, you can actually go in the middle. I wouldn't recommend going down all the way down to the bottom unless you have the rear diffuser. I think the rear diffuser would help you out when you want to go down to the bottom. But if you guys don't really care for the rear diffuser, then it won't affect your top speed or anything like that. It won't make it go any faster. It would be great if it did, because if it did, it'd probably go. Effectively, it would have gone like 320, 325. But as before, it does not seem to mess with anything whatsoever. Oh, and one last thing before I end the video: the tires are the wide stance, and there are the wider width for them. So make everything wide as possible effectively for this car. Wide body, wide tires, wide stance effectively. Yeah. With that, that'll be the end of the video. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button. Also subscribe for more videos. If you guys have any questions, post them in the comments below. I'll answer them to my best of knowledge. And if you guys have any cars that you want me to do for top speed tunes wise that you guys would like to see, post them down in the comments below. Make sure it's a car I have not done already, or if it is a car I have done already, I'll let you know if there is an update for it that does make it go faster. I know the Nismo does have a I have an update for the Nismo, the R35 Nismo eventually, but for right now I'm still somewhat messing with it, because the Enzo goes 308, and I don't remember posting that one yet. but I will post that eventually because I want to post the Nismo first once I get the Nismo hopefully close to that speed, because I've seen someone go about that speed with the Nismo and the Enzo. And since I got the Enzo, I just gotta mess with the Nismo. So, yeah. With that, I'll see you guys next video.